Between what we've lived through and what our day jobs demand, we've spent some serious time researching neuroscience. The pattern we keep seeing is the way we think shapes the way we behave. And over time, those behaviors shape our outcomes, often before we even realize we've made a choice.
So, in that research of neuroscience, it opened the door to neuroplasticity, habit loops, stress responses, micro decisions, all the brainy stuff that explains why just try harder is a trash strategy. In this lab, we're rewiring habits one experiment at a time.
Welcome to I Squared Lab. Okay, so this is a quick little series that we were joking around, and I really hope this doesn't offend anybody. But fat things we did that we might still want to do. There's a lot of them, you guys. So this is just a fun, like, this is what we did. And maybe you can relate to this, maybe not. Maybe it's, I have a feeling we're not the only ones on earth that did these things. But here we go. The one that I get asked about the most is eating in the parking lot when we would, and I'm laughing, I'm trying not to laugh, when we would go and do Weight Watchers. So I think Weight Watchers today is a little different. Like, I think there's some online stuff you can do. After COVID, everything changed. But back during this rendition of Weight Watchers, because we've done Weight Watchers like 8 different times, is we would go and we would weigh in. You would get a sticker. You would put it in a book. And then you would stay for the meeting, which is a 30-minute meeting, and then you would leave and probably go do dinner, or maybe you wouldn't, whatever. But this one time was our birthdays are in February, both of our birthdays. Lindsay's February 10th, mine's February 27th, and it's coming up. And it had to have been around that time because we had cake. I had somehow had cake in the car. So we were both working at different places at the time. And we both pull up to the Weight Watchers meeting because we were going to weigh in. And you know, when you weigh in for Weight Watchers, you don't hardly eat that day. You don't hardly drink that day, or at least until the point that you actually weigh in, because you want to be as low as possible. So God knows what we put into our bodies before this point. But I had cake in my front seat. I think I had the truck. I had the Dodge Ram at that point.
What kind of cake? I don't actually...
You don't remember this?
I don't remember this, but
I remember this.
Trust that it happened.
I remember this because I remember specifically pulling into the parking lot so that when I opened the door of the side of the truck that had the cake in it, it was facing away from the front door of Weight Watchers. I mean, I was not dumb. I knew what I was doing.
Did you put a seatbelt on the cake?
I may have. I don't remember these details exactly. I remember flashes of it.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a fever dream, I think. So I remember pulling in, and I remember like premeditating that I needed to park this specific way because when we opened this door, for some reason I had it in my head we were going to eat it in the parking lot, which is wild. I mean, they're just like 20 feet away. If I really didn't want them to see me, we could have gone to another parking lot and ate this cake. But anyways, we go in. We both met there separately because we drove separate. So we meet there. It was in the evening time, the one that we were going to. We go in, we weigh in. We did not stay for that meeting.
Did I know about this cake before I went in there?
No, okay. I don't know. Again, it's a fever dream. I don't know the details. I remember there was cake and the way I parked. And I remember us going out to the parking lot, and then you were all on board, though.
Of course.
I mean, apparently there were forks already prepared. There was a lot of things premeditated.
I don't think we even needed forks.
Probably not.
I don't think that was a necessity.
Probably not. Were we? Was this wedding cake? Was this like, I don't remember. Because we did Weight Watchers right before we got married. So we had a double wedding. And
we did it twice. Yeah, we did it. Was it twice? Did we do it twice, or did we do it?
2 cake tastings?
No, I mean, Weight Watchers. Did we do it 2 different times in our lives?
Oh, we've done it more than that. I've done it more than that.
3 different times in our lives.
I think I've done it 5.
You've done it 5?
I've done it 5 times.
I think I've done it.
A couple stints were small. And they didn't yield much, but I would still count them because I would sign up.
Okay. I think I've done it 4. but 3 with you, I think.
Mm-hmm. I did it 5 because I had a couple small stints when I was at Monarch Beverage.
Okay.
Because they did a program where they would pay for half of it.
That's right. Yeah, you did some work things.
Yeah. So we go in, we weigh in, we get our stickers, and then we just leave. And then we proceeded to eat the cake in the parking lot of where we just weighed in at Weight Watchers. I am sure somebody was driving by or something and was like, look at these two.
Probably not the first time that they've seen it either.
And oh, by the way, they're right in front of the Weight Watchers.
Yeah, shocked. I wonder where they just came out of.
We're probably, okay, so this is before phones, really, thank
The
God.
Blockbuster or the Weight Watchers? I wonder which place they just came out of.
Wait, today it would be a meme. Somebody would have taken a picture and it would be a meme of 2 redheads that are over 100 pounds overweight eating cake with the door blocking our bodies and the things that we were doing in the parking lot.
I had to turn my head away. I didn't want to laugh into the mic.
And that's one of the fat things we did.
So I don't remember the cake, but I remember you brought. Sorry.
You're almost crying.
I don't try not to laugh into the mic because I don't want to make crying sounds. I don't remember the cake at Weight Watchers, but I remember you brought Take 5.
I don't remember this Take 5. And so apparently both of our fever dreams, you had a total blackout fever dream when it came to the cake. Yeah. I have a fever dream because I remember aspects of it like it's a strobe light thing. I don't remember this Take 5. Okay, tell me what I did.
Okay, so naturally you did it.
Apparently.
I was like, I didn't bring the Take 5. You brought the Take 5.
Are you sure?
100% positive you brought it. Again, we drove in. I remember this vividly.
Okay.
So we both drove separately. And this was the second time we did. So we were married. It was the second time we did Weight Watchers because we were living on the south side together. Yeah. So we both drove in separately. And I think I waited for you in the parking lot because naturally I didn't want to go in.
By yourself?
By myself.
Why would you? It's too much.
All those weirdos I didn't know.
It's too much.
Stupid. So you and I walked in together and we weighed in. And I think we went to the meeting. I'm pretty sure we stayed. But we were walking out and you were like, I have something at the car. Like, you're like, I have something at the car. You kind of whispered to me. And I was like, oh, okay. So we went to it was probably your truck. I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it was.
Most likely
those were my truck days.
Yeah,
my Dodge Ram.
Most likely it was your Dodge Ram. And you had a king size Take 5.
No ordinary standard sizes here,
no,
folks. We got the king size.
Is the only size. And I remember my eyes probably popped out of my head. And I remember the crinkle of the wrapper and you opening it up. And of course I think there's 2, I'm assuming. I just remember 2 of them in there. And I was like, is that a Take 5? Where did you get that from?
Like it's from the black market.
Oh, and we ate it in the parking lot. I think like we put the whole thing in our mouths because we didn't want people to see. We were just like the whole thing in our mouths.
Couldn't even enjoy it.
No, couldn't enjoy it.
What's interesting, bringing this back to kind of neuroplasticity and kind of what we do, is it really speaks to diet mentality. Mm-hmm. Because when you weighed in, you had a whole week before you were going to weigh in again. So if you were going to go off plan or have more things than you typically would, that was the night.
I got a whole week to get rid of this. Yep.
What kind of bullcrap diet mentality? I mean, and I think it might be the era we grew up in. And then, because we came from, mom, we were exposed to it was like, fat-free, mm-hmm. fat-free. Like you can have anything, but it has to be fat-free. Yeah. Now it's the opposite. And mom, like she freaks out because of how much fat I ate to lose the weight. Like it actually blew my mind too.
I wish I could make the sound so that everybody could hear it. But she uncomfortably giggles. It's like I don't even know if I'm doing that justice.
It is because when I'll eat out
she doesn't
I
get
still
it.
do it today.
Yeah.
When I'm eating out with them, we'll do a brunch typically. I'll order extra bacon.
Yeah.
And, down plops like 5-6 slices of bacon with my 2 eggs and whatever, maybe, I don't know, some tomatoes or something, or avocado, whatever I have. And she's like, oh, that's an awful lot of bacon. it's the most. You can tell she's like,
Our aunt,
I don't know.
Our aunt does it too. They're twins, and our aunt does it too. It's like, it's just the weirdest giggle. It's so uncomfortable.
And then we get I could never do that. Oh, I could never eat that.
Well, no, because you're also having a blueberry muffin and some toast and,
oatmeal with brown sugar on it.
And blueberries are fine, but,
but
all this fruit on it.
That's all fat free.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck in that paradigm of fat free is the way to do it because it worked for them at one point. I mean, she dropped a lot of weight, not a ton, like 50 pounds after she had us through restricting her food in that way. And it does work to some degree because it's about, there's an energy expenditure, thermodynamics happens, and that's what happened. But now that you're in a different part of life, the fat is good for you. Mm-hmm. You have to have it for brain function.
I just put it in my head.
She put it to her head. But that's the stuff I really want to get to in this lab is trying to dissect out the parts that we're just wired into thinking now because it's diet mentality. And we're like, this is where this shows up for a lot of people is before they start like a challenge and a lot of the challenges that are out there that people sign up for is enforcing diet mentality because a challenge means there's a start and an end date, which means that what you're doing has a finite amount of time. And that's where diet mentality is really coming from. It's this finite amount of time. I'm not doing it here, but I'm doing it here.
Yep. Because it always bothered us when, I don't mean to go off and around on our mom, but because we love her. She's fantastic. But are you on a diet? It was always like, oh, they're dieting.
Yeah, and we really tried one time around the mountain to say, this is just the way we're eating. This is the way of life. This is a way of living. This is
this is how we eat now. This is how we eat.
Yeah, your diet. The diet has such a negative connotation to it. Anyways, but that's the kind of stuff I really want to at least be able to turn to and work with is like, okay, because I'm still stuck in it too. There's still a little bit of that. I'm trying to work my way through it, it's the all or nothing. It's the either I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. And that's what those challenges perpetuate. I mean, it's honestly, some of the diet culture is what has made us fat in some sense, because it's saying you were crap before this time, and now that you're doing the good stuff, but once you reach that weight, then you don't have to do any of this. Like there's never this, what happens after the day that you reach the goal weight. Yeah.
And it's interesting because you've been talking about all or nothing, like on or off.
Yeah.
There is no all or nothing. There is no on or off. We are always on. We are always, even when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Our bodies are working. Our bodies are healing. They're regenerating. No matter what we think in our heads, no matter what we believe because of what we've been told from some research in the 80s and 90s from low-fat diets, our bodies are still processing. It's on. It's living. It's an organism. And the only thing that we're hurting is ourselves.
I know.
So this all or nothing or on or off mentality it's
crap.
Really scary.
And why does it show up around what we eat and the habits that we do?
Eating is such at least to me, and probably I'm assuming to all of us, if you guys are listening to this podcast, it's such a social thing. It is so, at least in our family, it is a very tradition, social. All we do as a family when we get together for the holidays or just to see each other. Do you guys want to go out to eat dinner? Do you want to have breakfast? It's not, do you want to go to a museum?
Do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah. Do you want to go
throw the baseball?
see a movie, even something sedentary that doesn't involve eating. I mean, even that could involve eating. That is not mentioned. It's always food. Always food.
And I know food is a big part of our lives. We obviously need, that's one of the things that
It's
we
a survival.
have to survive.
It unfortunately, and it's probably why we're obsessed with it.
Well, it's one of the hardest things to, I mean, if there is an addiction to it, and I believe there can be, that
yes,
it's one because you can't not eat. You have
Right.
to be able to, you cannot drink and survive. You
agree.
cannot do heroin
And
and
I'm
survive.
I'm not belittling those addictions.
Not at
I'm
all.
sure that's extremely hard to quit, but
There is an abstinence component to
Yes.
those that makes it easier.
yes, absolutely.
I came across something the other day and I thought it was super interesting, the way it was said. And I think I don't want this to perpetuate or play into anyone's all or nothing thinking, of course, but I do think there are some of us that really do better when it comes to changing our habits, at least at first, to have boundaries around some food. So there is an all or nothing bit of it. Like, I'm not touching that for a while because I need to distance myself from it. There's a lot of things that happen with highly processed foods and the brain and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But the saying is, you cannot get addicted to something you do not choose to use.
Yeah, that's very wise.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's true.
choose to use.
Choose being the key word. Yep.
Uh-huh. And then if you think of the food as something you're using, like it almost puts it at a little more of a distance. Maybe it won't mean so much if I don't have the cookies, or it won't mean so much if I don't have the chips.
Almost my brain went here. If you think of it more as a fuel than a romantic lover, something that I'm, addicted to, that I need, it's just something, well, you need it, but.
Actually, I'm glad you said that because I think it's important for us to also acknowledge that food can get us through some hard times.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we are giving up food, we're almost saying goodbye to an old friend that helped us out.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to at least acknowledge that that did something for you. It was satisfying a need that you had in the moment to either disassociate, to just comfort something. You had a hard day and, man, I just need this shot of dopamine from this Oreo cookies and milk or whatever it is. Like, that did something for you at some point. It was satisfying a need, but it was harming you. That's the difference. It was harming you in some way, and we have to find a different outlet to meet that same need, because you're still going to have those needs. You're still going to have a hard day. You're still going to have something traumatic that happens to you. I guarantee when you and I get the call that dad or mom aren't doing well, I'm going to want to go face first in something.
You're going to seek comfort and what has comforted you in the past.
And your brain goes right to that because it wants to take care of you. It knows this will get you something quickly. So it's like, it'll throw up an image of whatever it is in your head, and then you can't get off of it. And you're like, why not? I'm going to pull into this gas station and grab this right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for us to acknowledge that the food is something that did help us through a time, but we have to be able to
find new avenues that can comfort us.
Yeah.
Solid point. Until next time, stay curious.
Keep experimenting.